Hey guys, I'm Bricks here, and today I'm coming back at you with another haul video, as you can clearly see in front of you. Today's a little bit different though. This is going to be focused on a haul from United Bricks, which is a UK-based custom minifig creator and seller. As you can probably tell from right in front of you, I got a ton of the Civil War custom figures that they released in their last, I believe it's called the World War Brick event. I know that I got a brick from it and a free minifigure, but if I'm being honest, I have no idea where they are. What I have is these figures bagged up together. These were obviously from the haul, so I kept them together, but I didn't have the freebies that came along with it. So just know that there was also a free brick, and then there was also a free minifigure. Can't remember what the minifigure was, but I do remember that it was nice, based upon, about, I think 6 months ago, what I can remember. But anyways, why don't we get into this? This should be a relatively short video, because there's only 2 different types of figures I got. I just got a ton of them. I got 10 of this guy, and I think 20 or 25, honestly I can't remember, of this figure. So why don't I dump these out and we'll go ahead and take a peek at them. This is always so satisfying to see them just, get dumped out into a big pile of figures. But so the first one that we have here is a Zouave figure from the American Civil War. This is obviously a Union Zouave, as you can tell by the US on his belt. This might be my favorite Civil War figure that any company has released. It is amazing. I cannot say enough how much I like this figure. The uniform is super accurate. I think that the scaling on both the bayonet and the cap lock little pouch right there are super on point. They're really accurate. The legs look really nice. The uniform just looks super accurate to what a Zouave would be. I can't remember which regiment specifically they based this minifigure off of. I believe it was one of the New York Zouave regiments that they based it off of, but maybe United Bricks has more information on that on their website. I do not know for sure. I'd say the only downside of United Bricks, and this isn't really a downside, but they don't print on the inside of legs. Just like Brickmania doesn't, they don't print there. Now this is obviously, it cuts down on labor costs, it cuts down on the cost of the customer, so as a result, their figures definitely are cheaper, but I do not think in the slightest that they skimp on the details. I mean, this head is awesome, this body is awesome. This is, as I said, probably my favorite Civil War figure made by anybody, period. Now the next figure I got is kind of just a more, I guess, default, as you could say, or a regular Union infantry soldier. As you can see, he has all of the trappings of a regular Union soldier. He has his cap lock and his bayonet, just like as we saw on the Zouave. But then he also has the straps for going around his entire body. And then he has his ammunition pouch centered there on the back, just like the Zouave. However, of course, you can see that this guy in particular has his entire kit with him. So this includes like his bedroll, tent supplies, anything that he would need for sleeping, for cooking, his canteen, all that stuff is there. Meanwhile, the Zouave only had the canteen, his ammo pouch, and then kind of like an additional pouch full of some other stuff that he might be carrying. So this, this figure is kind of essentially printing the backpack that you might otherwise put onto the minifigure, and it's printing it on the figure. I don't personally like adding, I guess, purist Lego elements to a lot of my custom minifigures. So I really like when you print something like this onto the actual figure itself. As you can see, of course, it has a 360-degree printing. I think that the boots actually look really nice on this minifigure. And as I said before, no 360-degree legs, but I don't fault them for that, especially because these figures are much, much more affordable than TMC or Brickmania. Also, all of the United Bricks Union Civil War figures and their Confederates come with this custom kepi. Now, I'm still, I think, up in the air on my opinion about this kepi, if I can get it to focus. There we go. I'm not entirely sure whether I'm convinced that it's, essentially the best version, I guess, of it. I really like the details in terms of the wrinkling. If I can get it to focus. Let's see. There we go. I really like the wrinkling and stuff like that, but you know, it's kind of it's missing, you know, the strap that would go across the front, and you know, it's not the best in just the plain dark blue color. Now, of course, again, cost-saving measure makes the minifigure cheaper for us, but still, it would have been nice to get some sort of design or just some sort of accent color, like maybe just black to represent a strap, even if it didn't have the gold for the part that's on the front of the cap. I think that might have added a little bit to it, but then again, as I said, really conserving the cost here, and that's definitely passed on to the customer. So that was my World War brick haul. I believe that it was World War brick number 3, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me if they know which one it was. But as I said, seriously some of the best, if not the best. I mean, as I said, this is my favorite, so maybe I can say the best Civil War figures that I have really seen on the market. This Zouave figure seriously takes the cake for me. It's such a perfect minifigure. I really like it. I'm really hoping I can use it in a build at some point. I would really like to build maybe like a little portion of the first Battle of Bull Run, because definitely these types of guys were there. So that's really all I have for this video. So as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe to all the normal stuff, and I'll catch you next time.